Ladies and gentlemen, for the Or Else podcast, I am your host, who else but Tommy Else, and with me as always is the man on the beat himself from Johngy'sBeat.com, Mr. John Robleski, and joining us, our special guests right now, none other than hardcore legend, Madman Pondo, and Khloe, making her way onto the scene in the independents, doing death matches, hardcore. She participated in the first ever all-women's deathmatch tournament at her last show, Death Becomes Her. Had a great outing there. Pondo, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
We're great, man.
Good, man.
We've been wanting to get you on the show, but we've got a distance thing going on, so it's hard to get us.
5 hours.
Yeah, so it's hard to get it. So, you know, first I want to just ask you a few questions about our pro, man.
All right.
Tell us about how you came into our pro.
So, I'm not the one that got me booked through our pro. Sarah Logan got me booked through our pro. This was one of the promotions that she wrote and said, hey, could you use me? They said yes, and then they said, well, I got a guy who rides with me. They said, who is it? They said, Madman Pondo, capital words. Holy shit, yeah, we want Madman Pondo.
Yeah.
So, me and Sarah came in, we did I can't remember what it was, like a tryout show?
It was a tournament. It was the first ever Sam Thompson tournament. It was called
Sam Thompson
Among
Tournament,
the
that's
Living.
right. And then once I walked through the curtain, everybody started chanting Pondo, and of course Billy was like, there's something here with this Pondo guy. So next thing you know, I work for a Resistance Pro, but that's not what this is anymore.
No, but I remember I was backstage that night, and I was standing there with the Barons and Billy, and they were watching through the curtain as you were talking to the crowd, and you were pumping them up and everything, and backstage they were all just like, this guy knows what he's doing, this guy's got it, you know, like they knew right away that they had something special with Pondo. So then, as time went on, you became, you know, a major staple.
Right.
In
Since that show, I've been on all of them.
Right.
Well, I missed a couple, but yeah, I was a mainstay after that one.
Tag team champ.
Tag team champ. Me and Shane Mercer was tag team champ.
Yep.
Now me and Killer Chloe's going to be tag team champ.
Intergender tag team champ.
Nah, let's go straight for
Just,
that tag team.
Right, what am I thinking? You're hardcore. You don't need that.
She can take that Shane Mercer out, no problem.
You know, I have to say, Pondo, you know, I interviewed a lot of people that came through our pro, and you're one of the like, I was actually in awe of you when I tried to interview you.
Why?
But well, you're legendary, man.
I'm in awe of you,
Dude,
John.
you're in.
I'm
Well, who isn't really?
That's right.
No, but I mean, you're in video games. You're in movies. You're everywhere, man. And you are the hardcore legend.
I do my best. I don't know about that legend word. Like Ric Flair and Terry Funk are legends. I'm just a guy, huh?
Mick Foley.
And Mick Foley's a legend. I just like to have a good time, and a whole bunch of people noticed along the way, and here I am.
Well, I see few people get a crowd up the way that you do.
I do my best.
Everyone loves when Pondo comes and gets on the mic.
But you're also
Great
full
job.
of the locker room.
I do my
I
best.
mean, I've seen you take young guys under your wing and you know, try to help them. Every
Whoa,
way
don't
you
get me in trouble here.
can. Cleanly.
They were of age. Every day one of them guys. Every one of them guys.
That stuff wasn't hardcore. That stuff was just you teaching what you know.
I hear you.
We had a slip up one time in a match where we accidentally
Punch me right in the
belted
eye.
the poor guy. It was the night that Body Magic won the tag championships, and I'm out like celebrating, and I've got the title, and
You wasn't celebrating.
I'm taking pictures.
No. We was all fighting.
Well, at that part, yeah. But I was
Yeah.
after the match. I was like taking pictures with people, and Billy comes up to me and he's like, "You got to get backstage right now and go talk to Pondo." And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he's like, "You belted him in the face." And I was like, "Oh my god!" And
I'm not sure if it was the punch or the glove that just burnt my skin.
Yeah.
But,
And then I just remember, like, I just felt so terrible. I was just like, you know, I mean, he was awesome about it.
yeah, have you seen my face?
I know, but
Not only that, if it
And his arms.
was water polo, I'd be pissed. But it's professional wrestling.
Yeah.
You can't really be pissed about that.
no, but I mean, like, you know, we got.
And I got him back. I took a needle and I shoved it in his finger.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah.
I think it's on video somewhere.
Yeah. But no, I felt bad because it's like everyone has so much respect for Pondo, and we all love him. It was like punching Santa Claus in the face or something like that. It was like
I just shaved that off.
Did anyone ever compare you to Santa Claus before?
I last year was doing Pondo Claus, so this year I started the beard in October, and I got it 4.5 inches, and then ICP said, we're not having wrestling on Ballers this year, so I said, well, okay. I hate it. I hate that beard.
So here we are now. We're in the new rebranded Resistance. You've been a staple here just as much, and if anything, you've helped a lot with the forming of this new version.
I would think so, yeah.
You've had a lot.
Jock talked to me about it.
You have a lot of input and shaping.
Jock came to me and he said, I want to do something different. What can I do? And I said, let's do an all-females deathmatch tournament in Chicago, because Chicago has, their women's companies, they have their men's companies, they have their deathmatch companies. We put them all together, and we had a pretty good crowd and a pretty solid show.
It was a great show.
A lot of buzz. A lot of buzz before
and all I've heard is how organized it was, because cleanup was really fast, and I think we got the show done in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it was very well orchestrated, and it was because Pondo knew what he was doing when we got it. It was true.
I might have done a few of them.
So by the time, like he said, you're in charge of this, you're in charge of that. We all had our jobs, and everyone did them, and it was like a pit crew. We just, and that's why we got through it so fast and so easily.
And Khloe, she got the Please Come Back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first hardcore match.
Now, what are your thoughts on the hardcore?
Well, I always wanted to do at least one match when I got into wrestling, and Pondo kind of talked me into doing a couple more, so.
And how have you liked it since you've been doing it?
I like it a lot,
Yeah.
but I think I'll stick to just regular wrestling.
Yeah.
Chloe was a fan at 9 years old, and she used to come up to my table and talk to me.
The whole time at the Coliseum in
And
Evansville.
then when she got older, she always told me she wanted to be a professional wrestler. And when she became a professional wrestler, I said, all right, I'll help you in any way I can. Death Becomes Her come up. I said, Khloe, you want to do a match? She said, yes. And now she's like the standout newcomer in the female deathmatch scene.
So being a fan of his, how did it feel to tag with him?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. It's a dream come true, definitely. I've always wanted to team up with them or wrestle him. I think I'll get to wrestle him pretty soon.
Yeah, it's a dream come true that I get to tag with the little 9-year-old girl that said, I want to be a wrestler.
That's cool.
That's cool, though.
That's
very cool. So normally I would spend time and ask you about how you got started and your history in pro wrestling and everything, but there's a better way for people to find out, isn't there?
Damn right there
Good
is.
segue.
What's that?
It's the book. It's the Madman Pondo book, Memoirs of a Madman. It's even got Khloe in here. It's got the horror movie that I was in. It's got the comic book that I was in. And it's not just a wrestling book. It is funny things that I've done along in my life, terrible things that I've done in my life. That's a little section.
No, it's probably like a whole chapter.
And you can get it at Amazon.com, or you can go to John Cosper at EatSleepWrestle.com and get an autographed copy. It's even got my beautiful mug right there on the back of it.
Yes.
Did you ever think you'd be a published author?
Man, a small town kid from Florida, Illinois, the book, yes. I mean, no. I never thought I'd be in a book, never thought I'd be in a horror movie with Robert Englund, never thought I'd be in video games. But the big thing, ICP in Washington, D.C., in between the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument, I did a speech. And Forrest Gump can walk through the water, that's cool, but I did a speech right there.
Right.
Small town kid from Florida, Illinois, you've learned about the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument. I never thought I'd be doing a speech in between there. So wrestling's been good to me. I don't think I would switch it for anything else.
Man, you've been good to wrestling.
You've been very good.
I try.
You've given a lot to the business.
I do my best.
And to this company.
Yes.
I do.
And he's always been great with me personally too. He's been a huge help and a mentor in a lot of ways, and always been there for advice, and whether I asked for it or not. And he's always been
whether he asked for it or not.
Yeah.
The first time Tommy about kicked my chest in, I'm like, we got to work on that.
But that's the beauty of you. You do take the younger, more.
I do. I try.
And
I'm not the mean bitching guy. Let me tell you, a different way to do things.
So you're not caving my chest in. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, Pondo, thank you for coming
No,
on and
thank
talking
you,
with
guys.
us. Chloe, thank you for coming on and talking
Thanks
with
for letting
us.
us in. Come on.
Thank you.
As always,
And buy the book.
Merry
yes,
Christmas.
buy the book. Merry Christmas.
2018. Merry Christmas.
Yes. As always, I've been your host. Who else but Tommy Else, John from JohngySpeed.com, Pondo and Khloe, and we'll catch you next time, or else.